Hello guys, how are you? I'm back here on the little farm here. I'm changing some the roads. I don't like what I'm using. Oh, the rainbow is just disappearing. It was actually really, really pretty. This is called a running track, and I'm trying to decide whether to go back to these because I actually quite like them or go into this. I don't know which to use. The running track seems wider. I mean, it's not. It doesn't really make a difference, but it's more natural. That just always feels, and it's got that lump. It's like a mound of dirt, and it always just feels like it would be so uncomfortable. This one, to some extent, too. Much, much less than the other. And this one, of course, is just flat. I've used this on farms before. This one seems kind of dull. I don't think I want that. What else? What does that look like? Let's see what this looks like. Because I don't know. What is that going to do? I mean, if the yellowish parts weren't in there, if it was the gray and the sort of terracotta on the bottom, those yellow rocks in the center, I don't know. And yes, I changed my clothes. I couldn't handle that horrible, horrible outfit any longer. I couldn't do it. Dutch chocolate? Ooh. What does that actually look like? I've never even put it down. Does it look like anything? It's funny how some of them connect and some of them don't. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, I think we'll skip the Dutch chocolate. It looks like summer's going to come along and it's going to totally melt, right? That's no good. Too complicated. Way too much work. I guess I've tried these at the other end over by the market. I mean, there's the brick. I've used that one before a lot. I did that on a whole farm. Okay, the first one I ever used was this. I loved it. It was cheap. The 2 diamonds each. It was like, bring it on, yay. Then I used that on a farm everywhere, and I used that on the last one, and I love it. That one works for me because it looks like, okay, somebody took the time to do something, but it's just some natural stuff, the pebbles they picked up on the beach or something. I don't know. Oh, I just noticed those little fleur-de-lis along the bricks there. That's cute. But, I think I'll just go with the running track. I think I'll just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Which means I might as well head in from where I am. Which wasn't planned, by the way. Like, ooh, look at this. Serendipity for the win. So now it's a rainy night in spring. Where do I go? I went up here with this. Like so. Around to the front of the barns. I'm not sure why I did it on this one and not on the next one, but whatever. These are quite pricey though, aren't they? 8 diamonds each. Wow, ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. My goodness, no kidding. I don't think I had realized that those steampunk pipe fencing things had lights on them before, but I quite like that. That looks pretty cool. I approve. And like that, was it something like that? It was something like that. I don't know if that was exactly it, but what is this costing me? Oh boy, it goes up fast, doesn't it? It goes up quick like bunny. Okay, so that's done. Now I want to start with a bit of the naturalization process around here. Now this is coast. It wouldn't really have the reeds. It's not, because these are cattails, for goodness sakes. But it really is the only thing I have that I could sort of naturalize the shoreline a little bit with. There's like nothing else. Yeah, not really working. Nope, not so much with the bunnies. Nope. There really isn't anything. Yeah, no. That is cute. I don't know where I'm ever going to use it, but it is cute. Yeah, that's it. This is kind of the one. There are some seashells somewhere kicking around in a row, but I mean, I suppose we could dump the odd seashell here and there, I guess. Like so. Just 'cause. You know, just a wee touch. Very tiny. 120 times. 24 is better. Way better. Ouch. Those are some pricey seashells, guys. That's some pricey seashells. But it just feels like it need, you know, I mean, on the beach, I guess there wouldn't be on the beach. Actually, this sort of thing would be further back, wouldn't it, on a beach? You would have, there would just be water and sand at, I mean, the water at the shoreline where tide comes in and out. And then further back on the other side of the sand, that's when you're going to find the seagrass and salt grass and that sort of thing, isn't it? And so I suppose these would be back a bit. Indeed. Indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Do I have anything? What else could I do? What other kind of plants? I mean, there's nothing. These are just trees. We don't have small plants here. Now that I could put along the edges of a lake, which would be kind of pretty. A little bit of something there. But at this point, it's just trees. The only plants. What could, is there something? But this will have the border around it too. It's not going to just sit there and be a plant. I mean, even something like this we could pretend is kind of salt grassy, right? That one, if it's in flower, I suppose. The oregano's. That's such a pretty little plant. That's gorgeous. I mean, these are pretty, but we end up with the border around it. So, you know, what is, that's not really, yeah, that's not doing it at all. All right, well, it was nice for half a second there, thinking I might have had something. Yeah, I wish they had just some, like a decorative, you know, in this area, like they've got the tree like that. If they just had a grass of some sort, it would be really nice, but they don't. So, I mean, that goes in water. That's just weird. I mean, for what I'm planning. I could put a different color grass. Big deal. Yeah, there's nothing. Oh well. I don't have it. I don't have it. Move on. But I do think we need a little something along the way here, and a few trees here and there as well along the border here between what's going to be farm and what's going to be something else. Now I got living on a prayer in my head, because, you know, we're halfway there. Oh, goodness. Now here where there is no beach, this is getting into a whole different sort of situation, isn't it? And I meant to do some of these on the islands too, here and there anyway, and I missed back there. I suppose I should go do it before I just forget again. I had a lovely breakfast this morning. I had a bunch of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I had a big bowl of cherry tomatoes with fresh basil off a plant. It just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I do love the stuff. Man, oh man, I love the stuff. It's delicious. Ooh, we're halfway there. Who will live? I don't think we need to. Oh, there's another island. I got islands all over the place. But then it's pretty shallow here, so I guess that, you know, that seems legit, right? Sure it does. Will that do her? One in the front. There we go. Just a few bits and bobs. I mean, I guess if I'm going to have the rice here as something that's growing, although, again, if this is supposed to be ocean, it wouldn't be there, would it? Like this actually would not be a thing. I did it wrong. This would not be the way that goes, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to remove the rice at some point in the future. I mean, for right now, I'm going to leave it because I don't know where else I don't know where to put it. But once I do, you know, it just occurred to me, this, we'd need a dock of some sort. People would have to get out to this house, wouldn't they? The lighthouse, to tend it, to live there, to check the lighting, to do whatever. They would need a dock of some sort. So I guess if that is a fish, that is a fish though. That is a fish. That is not a fish. So what I'm going to do, if I was going to put the sea bream there, but then it won't connect to the others. I could put the sea bream here. I could take you and put you here. That's just a water. We get rid of the water. We make sure, yes, there is a sea bream. We take you and put you like so. You go thusly. And then you do a wee dock. I don't think, you know, we don't need much. We just need something to tie a boat off of, right? Although now I really want to have a boat. That's water. I could put the one little boat here, couldn't I? If I can find a place to put you. That's water, and that's sea bream beside you, so that can go right there. You, no. You can go there, and then if that's water too, and it is, we can put a wee boat. You know, the one that sits in water, you know, as boats do. That's, I don't know what I got, but it's not what I wanted. I want you to be like so. That's better. Yeah, it just walking by, I thought, well, would people just swim over there? It's like, oh yeah, a dock of some sort might be smart. Okay, that's fine. 'Tis a goodly thing. We got a few plants kicking around on that one, so that's okay. And then we get some s'mores. I do like the way that looks, like looking back along the water there. We do see some fish, we see some water. It's not all just wall-to-wall fish. The reflections of the mountains in there. You get the lighthouse in the distance, the little islands breaking stuff up. It's feeling kind of nice. I approve. Are you guys being harvested? You are. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Had a moment. And then more of these way down there. 2, 2, 2. La, da. Oh, I did a boo-boo. I have to have one. I always have to have one, guys. It's a thing. It's my thing. Apparently. Dang. There's always going to be one that just flips when I don't expect it to. As you do. We're halfway there. We're living on a plane. Like there. You know, just to, like I said, just to soften those, you know, I am here, you are there, no in between edges. Now, this is going to want to have a dock of some sort too, isn't it? To get to the front of that. Yeah, it will. Okay. You can go right there? Sure. Go across, you could tie up there, take care of the lighthouse, it's all good. Put you back along here just cause I said so. Somebody that used to be quite a regular part of the community. And then, you know, life does what life does, and he hasn't been around too much in a while. And he showed up in the stream the other day. That was always nice to see you again. So if you're watching YouTube, hello, and it was good to see you. I still use the tea, but he sent me a tea set. It's a beautiful tea set. It was so nice. Just lovely. And yes, I still use it. It is part of my teapot collection. I like teapots a lot. Teapots are epic. I've been collecting teapots for years. It's not like I have a big collection, but the ones I have, I really love, you know? So, it's good. Okay, don't get carried away here. It's going to be so weedy, nobody will ever want to stand on the island. And that's not the plan at all. Now back here in the lake, in some quiet places, like, oh, this lovely little cove over here. This is where we want to put down some, we're going to put down some things. The lilies and stuff, yeah, I think so, absolutely. It'll be nice. We can put some of the plain leaves and some of the taller ones with flowers. Pop in a few like so. And then put flowers. And I don't, you know, we got one on one side and flowers on the other. I don't remember where the flowers are in here though, right? Yeah. Is strange, but whatever works. Hang on, little dog. There you go, bath time. Sorry, Pooch. You're just sitting there waiting to get dumped. Yeah, just something like that. Just a few of them. Although the green would probably be, yeah, I guess so. And you too. We'll put in something more. We'll put in one more back here and one more green one in the center there. Yeah, nice quiet part of the river. That feels good. And then of course these for, can I put that along the edge and the outside? Will that go? Oh, that is awesome. I've never tried that before. Look at this. Okay, a little bit strange, but no, it's not bad. Not too shabby. You know what? I'm not going to put these here because I'm thinking at the staff house is going to be back here. And I'm thinking this little bay right here would be a perfect place for them to sit and have, you know, a little swim in the evening or something like that if they're tired. Yeah. So I think there used to be water right there too, wasn't there? I'll say, what am I looking for? Water. We'll do this. There. That'll be a little swimmy place for the staff guys. So get a few flowers. I think I want to add, we got to add a few trees to the front of this. Not tons and tons or anything, but something. Want that big one? Do we want that great big U over here? Down on that spot? Or is he just blocking the view? The beast is blocking the view. He's too big. He's too impressive. He's too wonderful and takes up too much attention. So be gone with you. This one here. I think we need a few things out here. Actually, this side of the river needs some reeds too. It looks kind of lonely. Turn there any old time at all. Thank you. Yeah, just a couple of things. We don't need tons and tons, but something. Back to trees. Okay, which ones? Pop a few of these here and there around about. Oh, I need to change this too, don't I? Well, I'll be doing this here. I'm glad I didn't put more roads in already. I mean, I knew I wasn't keen on this because I just don't like the bump. It needs to look like it's flat and not like a mound of dirt that somebody just shoveled on. It's too muddy. It's too muddy for a walkway. This at least looks like they, it's a natural path, but I don't know, maybe they put wood chips down or something to sort of naturalize it a bit. Oh, I used to ride this one path. The town I was living in at the time had created some sort of activity trail. One of these things where there's exercise stations along the way and that sort of nonsense that no one ever used, like ever. It was quite a ways out of the main town anyway, and there was no walkway to get to it. There was no actual parking if you drove out to it. It wasn't entirely thought out all that well, right? And what they ended up, so it never got used by anybody, but was it a great place to ride horses. The path was wide enough to drive a car and a half down, and it was all flattened and lovely, and it was covered in deep wood chips, and all the rocks were gone. And it was funny because some of the stations you could do from horseback. Hard to explain, but totally true. You could do them from horseback. It was a little bit funny. It was kind of fun. So I used to love riding to it because there were some back trails that I could use to get to it by horseback from where I lived, and it was just for a wild gallop. It was just such a great trail to be able to just fly down that sucker. It was really nice. See the odd bear, but it wasn't too bad. There was one year there was a bear with triplets in that area. That one was always, they were hungry. You had to kind of watch your little dogs in the house kind of thing. You didn't want to leave them out in the yard alone too long. They were looking for food all the time. She was hungry. She said, I got a lot of mouths to feed. Poor girl. Okay, so there we go. We have naturalized this a bit, just softened the edges, made it look like, it wasn't just a work in progress, but a little bit more kind of done. It's too bad it's a rainy night in summer. We started in a rainy night in spring, and now we got a rainy night in summer. But we've got a dock over to the lighthouse, and I think that's a good idea. Just a few trees along the way. You are being sorted. Yep, they're being harvested. The islands have all got a little bit of life on them with the reeds there. I never knew I could put those fences along the fences. The outside, well, it never occurred to me to try before, but now I'd have. I'm oh happy. There's a little dock over on that island where you can go over to take care of the lighthouse, should it be required. And there's one island there that has no reeds on it at all, but that's okay. All right, and then we've got this right here. Yep, and I'll do along the river. That will be a separate project. This is along the coastline project. And yes, we have moved into river once we get to this section. Absolutely. I get that, but... And over here too? Sure, why not? Along the road? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so just a bit of something there. And then there'll be other things built, of course, but it's been bugging me every time I come by here. Just like, oh my gosh, it looks so empty. It's lonely. That one row, I'm thinking, should I take that out? I don't know. Or this one. Have it bend that way? Maybe. I don't know, this might look worse, but no, maybe, I don't know. It's not worse. I don't think it's better either, but it's not worse. So, you know, you take what you can get. It'll be fine. Okay, so we had a few of these growing in. Yeah, that's good. We're okay. Alrighty, folks, I'm done with that. Just a bit of naturalization going on today. It's needed doing. I'm going to go over here and make some jam. I hope you are having a good weekend. This afternoon, I am streaming a Minecraft special event with games and contests and things. Oh my. So I hope you drop in and say hello. Bye-bye.